Hey, everybody, and welcome to a belligerent wild ride with Steve-O. We've got party animal Bert Kreischer. He's my favorite, dude. The first time we had him on the podcast was such a hit, and this one might even be better. So strap on your seatbelts and get ready, man. It is insane. And I gotta say, I'm feeling particularly smooth because I'm shaving with my Harry's shaving products. This is just what you need and nothing but. I'm telling you, you gotta try this if you haven't already, because you're probably blowing a lot of money on shaving products that you don't need to be blowing. This is so affordable, and it's the best razors out there. Now, if you go to harrys.com/Steve-O, you get yourself a starter kit that comes with the 5-blade razor, the weighted ergonomic handle, the travel case to protect the blades, the foaming shave gel, and if you hurry up and do it right now, they're gonna throw in a big old travel body wash too. All of this is valued at $16 because, like I said, it's super affordable. But you take this deal now, you're going to get it all for $3 if you go to harrys.com/Steve-O. I've been using, man, it might be 2-3 years I've shaved with nothing but Harry's. I love it. So support the podcast. Jump on this deal. Go to harrys.com/Steve-O and let's get into it. That one.
Maybe, yeah.
I sat there and you sat there, I think.
Yeah.
I feel like I was here when you guys were beta testing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It was
now
like before COVID came out and like you were like coughing. You just got back on tour.
Oh, yeah.
People in the comments were like,
He's
fucking picked up the Rona.
Right.
Recording. Is that recording? This is recording.
Awesome.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bert Kreischer.
Oh, I feel so honored because this podcast has blown the fuck up. And I was at the baby steps of it.
You were our first hit.
Who's number one?
I think
Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk.
No, Dr. Drew.
Dr. Drew was episode number 3. However, we recorded that one prior in a different van.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
you guys
yeah.
have had some good ones. I've seen a lot of. I mean, I really kind of I did Poopy's show and I watched you with Poopy's in here, and I was like, oh, that was a great fucking interview.
Oh, that's the one that we did on the tour bus. Now
Was
we've
that-
got 2
that was in-
studios. If
was
I'm
that
on the
really?
road,
Oh, really?
yeah. If
Yeah.
I'm on the road, we've got the tour bus studio. If I'm at home, we just bring the van over to people's house.
What kind of tour bus are you riding around on the road? A Prevost?
Yeah, I'm buying a new one. I'm buying one right now.
I'm so glad that you started off on tour buses because I fucking curse you so regularly.
Who, me?
Yeah, because you're the bastard who fucking made me think it was a good idea to get my tour bus wrapped with Steve-O art.
Oh, it's the best. Let them know you're coming. Let them know where you're going to be.
Right. I mean, dude, I go back and forth between being like really stoked because we're driving down the highway and it's
Yeah.
just bum, bum. People are stoked.
You're
They
way
love
more
it.
famous than me. So I can see where that would be annoying. For me, it's like you got to know who I am to do it. Like there's people that don't like I said to my daughter today, I said, do you know who Steve-O is? And she goes, her and her friends were like, no. I was like, you guys watch Jackass? And they're like, no. And I went, okay. And then you walked in, she goes, oh, I know him. And I went, then you have watched Jackass. And she's like, oh, I mean, yeah, but we don't watch all the movies, but of course I know who he is.
Do you have a picture of yourself on your tour bus?
Yeah.
I have pictures of myself everywhere.
He's not kidding.
I literally, in my man cave, all I have is pictures of me. And I didn't even think it was something wrong. And everyone's been like, man, you really love pictures of yourself. I was like, well, who do you put up in your house? Like, what am I going to put up my pictures of my daughters? They're in the regular house. This is me.
Yeah. Well, he has himself tattooed on himself 3 times.
More than that. Right. I go back and forth with the tour bus, and what I've settled on is we've got a new light up sign on the door that says, "It's not okay to knock. Please do not disturb."
That is a brilliant sign.
And then you hear this.
Is he in there? All the time.
He's sleeping.
He's sleeping, yeah.
I know. And,
It's really crazy. It's really crazy. You have to really tap off a part of your brain. I think it's good. I think it forces you to live in in your heart and in the moment, because you get annoyed a lot. But if you do it enough and you have yourself on your bus and people look in your bus and they knock on your bus and you pull up to a gas station and everyone has never heard of me, but then they're all the biggest fans and I got to take pictures with everyone. But it teaches me to always be kind to people, because
sure.
and it forces you to be there. And then when you're not on your tour bus and you're at, say, like I was at a show at Red Rocks, I was seeing Jimmy Buffett, and this woman was being extremely disrespectful to me. And not that I was me, but just to me, she was being a mean person to me. And it was nothing about anything.
Because she knew who you were?
We had parked our Sprinter van backstage, because I'd been at Red Rocks the night before. And I told her, I said, "Where's our Sprinter van's right there. We just need this access." She's like, "You don't get that access." And I said, "Oh, no, I performed here last night." And she goes, "No, you didn't." And I said, "No, I did." And she goes, "Honey, let me tell you something. You will never perform at Red Rocks, and you have never performed at Red Rocks." And she goes, "Keep walking." And I was like, and then I was like, "Well, I'm not going to change her mind." Like, so I just was like, okay. And then my manager and my wife fucking jump on her. I'm like, guys, she simply just is doing her job. And I thought, because I'm in public so much, dealing with sometimes people that can be somewhat annoying, I've really learned how to live in the moment and just go, this isn't my battle. This is there's nothing I'm going to do to change this woman's mind. And so I was like, and I really honestly think it's because every now and then you're here and there'll be a guy that walks by and sees that your curtain's open on your tour bus and he'll be like, Bert, and you want to be like, hey man, I'm in the middle of telling my buddy a story, but then you're like, hey man, I'll come out, say hi. I don't know, I don't mind it.
How long do you go on a run for?
Aggressive, like 8 months. The last one was 8 months, and I was home. I was home maybe 8 times. I was maybe home 6 times. I was in Austin more than I was home.
Dude, when we did the first podcast with you, which by the way was our first hit, the first podcast we ever had hit 1 million views.
Really?
On YouTube, and then we had Segura, not so much of a hit.
But he did well. He just didn't do as well as you.
Here's the thing about Tommy. Tommy is. I've always said this. I don't understand why people like him. He's my favorite human being. I love this guy more than anything. But there's the things I get out of Tommy. I don't like. All the shit that you get out of me on a podcast, he gets out of me in real life, right? Yeah. Like, I'm fun as fuck. I like to have a good time. I'm sneaking hot dogs in my pocket. I'm a fun fucking guy. But he also, there's a part of me that is very sincere and insecure that I share with him, that he appreciates, and he knows me really well. But Tom has no problem going on a podcast and under delivering. I don't know. I fucking love the guy, but I always say to him, I don't understand why people like you, because I know why I like you, but why does Brad Pitt like you? Like, what did Brad Pitt see? Because he didn't see the thing I saw. It's like when people say they like my wife. I go, you're not seeing all of her. Like, I know everything about that woman. Like, I like that you like her, but you don't know her. Like, get to know her.
Why? Brad Pitt likes him?
Brad Pitt's one of Tom's good friends.
Can you imagine hanging out with Brad Pitt all the time and maybe you got a boner? There wouldn't be anything wrong with that, right? What if you had just had a Blue Chew tablet? Then of course you're gonna have a boner. You're gonna have a huge, rock hard, raging boner, like I do when I take Blue Chew tablets and I bring Lux to Bone Town. Okay, because that's what happens. Why? Because Blue Chew tablets have the same active ingredient as both Viagra and Cialis, except they only cost a fraction of the price. And if you ever wondered, is taking a Blue Chew tablet a lot of fun? I can assure you it is a lot of fun. I love it. I love it. My girl loves it when I take my Blue Chew tablets. I show her my blue tongue, and she's like, woo! She's so stoked. And man, I bone her really hard. Just saying, I bone her really hard. And you got this opportunity right here to get an entire month's supply of Blue Chew tablets absolutely for free. All you have to pay is $5 for shipping. And you consult with one of the medical providers online. You get your prescription super easy without an annoying inconvenient trip to a doctor's office, do it all online. Super fast. You get a whole month's supply of Blue Chew tablets on the way to you if you go to bluechew.com and use the promo code STEVO. You're insane if you haven't jumped on this deal already. So jump on it, bub. BlueChew.com. Use the promo code STEVO for a whole month's supply of Blue Chew tablets. All you pay is $5 for shipping. You're going to thank me, and so will your boner. Now, let's talk about Brad Pitt.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're like best friends, I think. And so, yeah, I know. Brad Pitt liked his comedy, and clearly he just hadn't seen me do it, and I mean, because I'm so much better, and so I was waiting for someone to laugh at that joke. He saw stand up, liked to stand up, had to have the same agent, and he reached out to his agency and was like, "Hey man, can you get me tickets to Tom's show?" And
shit.
And he went and saw Tom's show, and
I saw that on Instagram.
yeah, it was really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Because I'm a huge Brad Pitt fan. I mean,
who isn't?
And I'll tell you what, I'll be honest with you, it's because Jackass made Brad Pitt cool. Brad Pitt was hold on.
It wasn't Legends of the Fall.
No, hold on.
Troy.
Seven.
Yeah. Think of all the movie stars that have had great movies that are cunts, right? He did, when you guys kidnapped him in gorilla outfits in Jackass, you were like, this guy's got a sense of humor.
It made him a bro.
It made him a bro. He likes cool
the
stuff.
The kidnapping was not in a gorilla outfit, and then we did the gorilla bit after.
Oh, yeah. The kidnapping was just
Bam
outside
was
Pigs.
furious about that. He's like, we got Brad Pitt. Why are you covering his fucking face? And Bam made a point.
No, but it was so cool at the end when he took his gorilla mask off. You're
Right.
like, that was Brad Pitt. And then I was like, oh yeah, you could have done so much crazier stuff with those gorillas, and then just use that last clip.
Right.
That's Brad Pitt.
Right.
Yeah.
And when meanwhile, he was like, do not go easy on me. Like fucking
But that's what makes you like Brad Pitt. Like those moments. You know, I saw him driving one of his motorcycles down Sunset one time. Dude, the leather gloves he had on, I think about those once a week. I mean, he's just a badass motherfucker.
Yeah.
Look, I'm a sucker for celebrity, okay? Like, I am.
Sure.
If you want to tell me a story about Tom, my trainer trained Tom Cruise for like all the Mission Impossible movies, all the big Jack Reacher, all of them. When she tells me Tom Cruise stories, I fucking listen. I love a good Tom Cruise story. And so when I moved out to LA, I was a sucker for celebrity. I thought it was cool. It was cool that someone was famous. And then you see them and you'd be like, that's the fucking guy. I mean, I saw Mike Tyson in an elevator one time and I was like, it's the fucking heavyweight champ of the world. That's Mike Tyson, possibly one of the greatest boxers that ever lived. He's in an elevator at the Lemley Center where I'm going to crunch. And he's just in an elevator, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
What year was that?
That was 2000. It was 2002, 2001.
So that was a gnarly Mike Tyson.
Yeah, and that was right after. I remember it was after 9/11 because I remember being in an elevator and someone was saying, some stockbrokers on the phone, and he's like, "No, we need to buy Southwest. Southwest is the company that is going to stand out during all this stuff with 9/11. And I remember going, I'd never heard of Southwest. And then I should have bought Southwest.
Southwest Airlines?
Yeah.
Those
crazy?
are tips that you get that you got to like take advantage of.
I bought it. The stocks I've bought, I've fucked up. Every one of them.
Oh my God, dude. I'm cursed.
Oh, yeah.
Like stocks fuck up. Like any investment fucks up because I invest in it.
I invested in clean coal out of Alaska. KFX was the name of the company. I invested in like when I had no money, I invested $10,000 in them, and they just tanked. I invested in Motorola. I invested in Nokia. I invested in Hong Kong Telecommunications. I invested in. I would get an idea, and I'd be like, Hong Kong, that's China, right? It's not. And I'd be like, they're gonna need a lot of phones one day. So I invested in it and just.
Yep.
Clean coal. I'm being good for the environment. Everything's tanked.
Don't you guys have money people that tell you like good investments?
Oh, now I do, but I don't even know what it is. Like, I don't even know. I don't even know. I was saying on Two Bears the other day. I felt bad that I wasn't like donating money to charities and stuff. And we talked about it on Two Bears, and then I called my business manager, and he goes, "You have a foundation." And I was like, "I do?" He's like, "Yeah, you donate like hundreds of thousands of dollars every year." Of course, that's how. He's like, I mean, I'm not saying you're like waking up going, I need to donate, but like you and Leanne donate consistently. And then I was like, I think of the things that we've given money to, and I was like, oh yeah, we totally have donated. What the fuck am I talking about? I'm not set up in this business to be like the I like the artistic things. I like ideas. I like making ideas happen. I like making people laugh. But like the business, the minutia of the business exhausts me.
Yeah.
Dude, anything insurance related, even remotely administrative, like I can't even P&L statements.
I have to pick and choose pockets of when Steve doesn't get the look on his face like,
Yeah.
Do you know that I still have not opened up a single email that says P&L or financials or
For real? It gives me anxiety.
Dude.
Leanne left town and had a bunch of stack of things. She goes, those are some bills. I'm going to need you to open them. I'm going to need all the checks in there.
About that.
Done. I was done.
We
were late on our bills. We defaulted. Our fucking power got shut off.
I did make a mental note to say to you that I want to sit down and actually open up these P&Ls because I want to know what's going on.
What's a P&L?
A profit and loss statement for his 6 businesses that he owns.
Profit and loss. It's like what's going out, what's coming in. Like
the balance sheet, like to see where you're spending money on to where we're like, don't do that. Do here, like these are the revenue streams that are coming in. Focus on that.
Yeah, I don't even know how much something's burning's costing me. I'm just making it.
I did same thing when I bought my fucking piece of shit RV, like to use as a tour bus.
Yeah,
because this was my thinking. I had been renting a tour bus from this great company, right?
Yeah.
Like came with the driver, Prevost, everything. And I thought, man, it's so fucking expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Like it cost like $50,000 for like 2.5 weeks of using this tour bus. I was like, man, fuck that. I'm gonna buy an RV, you know. I'll buy the RV, it'll pay itself off in no time. And my dad was like, well, how much of the $50,000 for renting was for gas, was for the driver?
Insurance.
And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have no idea. So I don't even know if it was economically wise to buy the piece of shit RV to wrap.
Here's where it got to me. It got to me is that I have to date spent so much money in tour buses, and I've been on a tour bus. I've had my own tour bus. Meaning, you know, for everyone listening, when you get a tour bus, you can get it for a month, but if you need it for the month after, you might as well just rent it for the middle month also, because you may not be able to get a tour bus. Mm-hmm. And so I've had tour buses consistently on lease, I think consistently for like 3 years. During COVID is when COVID.
On lease, or did you end up just buying?
I'm just renting them. And I rent them weekly. I rent them for the whole time. Like I still have mine. We're off for 2 months, but if I gave it back, I might lose a tour bus. So
why don't you buy one?
I'm buying one now. I just went to dinner. I just went to dinner with the tour bus dude and my tour bus guy actually. And I talked about buying a tour bus because I was like, I want my own. I just want everything I want, and I want to make it the way I want it. Because right now I can't really fuck with, like, storage is a problem.
Yeah. Do you use a trailer?
We do not use a trailer anymore. We did, and it was just, I think we had a rough time in Amarillo in an ice storm, and I was like, and I think we had to stay there or something, and so we stopped using trailers. For fully loaded, I had 4 fucking tour buses. I got 4 fucking tour buses.
Well, that's because there were so many comedians.
And then I had a party bus where everyone could hang out. And so, like, we'd get done, and then everyone would party at the venue a little bit, and then we'd all go to the tour bus, party in the tour bus. Bus call would be like 3. Everyone we would start driving at 3, and then when everyone got tired, we'd have all the buses pull over. We get off the party bus, everyone going to their own buses. So it was, and that party bus was more fun than any bus I've ever been on in my life. Nicer, captain seats, just fucking sweet.
I bet. So to buy a Prevost, you're like what, 1.5 million? Like,
I guess, I don't know. I mean, I'm getting, they're sending buses to me now, like pictures, and it's just the shell. I'm just buying the shell right now.
Sure, and then you're gonna design it.
And then I design how I want it in the middle, and I know. I mean, I really want. Here's the other problem: is this is gonna sound. People aren't gonna understand this. It won't make sense. I sleep in bunks. I don't sleep in the back bedroom. I sleep in bunks with the guys because I have this weird thing. They were trying to explain it last night. It's not that I'm... during the pandemic, I wanted to make sure everyone lived on the bus, so I didn't want to put myself in a nicer room and then go, hey guys, we're all living in the bus, but I'll have the big room. So good luck pedestrians. So I was like, I'll sleep with them so that I know exactly how bad it is. So if I feel we need hotel rooms, then we definitely need hotel rooms. But we didn't need hotel rooms. I really enjoyed it. And there's a part of me that really enjoys not missing out. Like when they were saying some of those people that were in there worked on Travel Channel with me. And I forgot, but when I used to get really nice hotel rooms on Travel Channel, but I just wanted to stay where the crew was because I wanted to have fun with everyone. I didn't want to be off of my own in a different hotel room where people couldn't get access to me at the Four Seasons. I wanted to stay with everyone else. But on this tour bus, I think we're gonna. It would be foolish if I didn't do a star coach with a bedroom in the back and bathroom in the way back. I already know how I want to set up. Bathroom in the way back with a closet.
You gotta have 2 bathrooms.
Yeah, bathroom in the middle, and then 6 bunks. Yeah.
The thing about me sleeping in the bunks is that when the curtain closes, I'm like,
I'm out.
I'm out. It's a good sleep, and then all of a sudden I'm like, like I'm in a coffin, and I have to like, people will be walking by and they'll just see my hand come out because I get claustrophobic about being enclosed.
Oh no! What's crazy is I'm claustrophobic, but not in those bunks.
And my whoop strap will tell me that like I when I'm on a bunk, I get 0 deep sleep and 0 REM.
Zero.
And it's all like
0.
8 hours of
0. Can I tell you? Can I show you my Whoop recovery from late? That's your phone.
Yeah.
Where's my phone? Oh, my phone must be in there. My Whoop recovery's in the 80% because I switched over to tequila.
You switched?
Do you think that's why? Because like a sugar thing?
100%.
What, it's the sugar?
It's the sugar. My recoveries were in the 35-45% consistently if I drank.
You switched over to tequila.
I switched over to tequila, and my recovery is through the fucking roof. I sleep sound as fuck. None of that like drunk morning sleep where you're like, God damn it, man, I just can't get comfortable. I want to just go back to sleep. I'm hungover. Let me go back to sleep. On tequila, if I wake up, I go, I'm going back to sleep, and I go right back to sleep. I feel no hangover whatsoever, and I'm burning like 700 calories in the gym for an hour workout. I'm killing it in the gym.
Because of tequila.
A game changer. No, I drink tequila soda with a splash of lime, and it has changed. I mean, it's like, it's fucking so clean. And I got all my blood panels back. My liver's in the normal ranges. And I'm like, dude, it's tequila.
What's your HRV on your Whoop?
I wish I had my fucking goddamn thing.
Dude, Steve's was in the hundreds of HRV.
Is that good?
It's like the best.
Really good.
Yeah, you're really healthy, though.
That was when I was on no sugar, no flour. Then I got back on sugar and flour. My HRV went all the way down. And now I'm once again no sugar, no flour.
I thought my HRV was like 35. Is that possible?
That's
bad.
HIV.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I got that too.
35. I believe that you have that. And it's not good.
Okay. Yeah, that would be my HRV. I would imagine. I'm not now, but that's...
HRV means heart rate variability. We all know this because of Whoop, which is fucking fantastic.
Whoop is the best, and I don't know if they're sponsors.
I got rid of my Apple Watch because of the Whoop.
They are the best wearable fitness tracker you can fucking...
The most sophisticated fitness tracking device known to man.
Period. I wish I had my thing. I would love to go through my numbers with you. I'm sure it's in the fucking man cave.
Yeah, whatever.
But like, I want to know my HRV now. I'll text it to you when I get. I'll text you. I text Rogan my recoveries every morning. I go fucking tequila.
I mean, what are Rogan's recoveries? Like
100%. I hope I'm not speaking at school. But the only reason anyone knows about Whoop is because of us.
Yeah,
because we did Sober October. And so we were the first generation of dudes getting Whoops. So when we got Whoops, we were like, it was like. First of all, we didn't understand any of it, but Joe Rogan put a fucking dent in it. His Whoop at the end of every day must have been like...
If you're wondering whether Bert and I really do love our Whoop straps, I can tell you that is a yes. It's simply the most sophisticated fitness tracking device known to man. Plus, the new Whoop 4.0 strap has a waterproof charger that slides on. I mean, dude, it's the best. And they will hook you up with 15% off at checkout, plus give you the Whoop 4.0 band completely for free. If you go to whoop.com, WHOOP.com, and use the promo code STEVO. Joe Rogan, Bert Kreischer, STEVO. These are 3 wildly different personalities, all raving about the Whoop strap. I'm telling you, it's the way to be. It gives you all of the insight into your health, your rest, your sleep, your calorie burning, more than you can get from any other fitness tracking device. So if you're not wearing a Whoop strap, I'm telling you, you're blowing it. So one more time, for 15% off your membership and the free Whoop 4.0 strap with the waterproof charger, it's whoop.com with the promo code Stevo. Now, let's get back to it.
I mean, his fucking, like, you'd get his activity, you know, you start activity and you can track it.
Yeah.
And it looked like the fucking Swiss Alps, just, and he would keep his heart rate
10 a.m.
He would keep his heart rate in the red, like at like 171 for an hour straight. And I'd be like, what the fuck? He would work out so fucking hard. And then his recovery, like 100% green. Like he would just go like, he's a different animal. He would work out like a beast, and then when he decided to go to bed, he would sleep for 8 hours exactly and wake up. Like, I never got to 8 hours. I was always at like 7 hours and 15 minutes.
I get grumpy if I'm less than 8 hours, dude. I can't.
I slept great last night. I slept 9 hours last night, and fucking slept awesome. I had panic attacks in the morning, but whatever, that's just normal.
Dude, speaking of Rogan, can I officially thank you in person for the kind words you said about me and my podcast and my comedy?
I don't even remember.
It was.
Yeah, you had Tony Hinchcliffe on last time you were on Rogan. It was like the first 10 seconds.
Well, yeah,
because Rogan said, I want to do a podcast in a Sprinter van. He says, I want to make a podcast studio in a Sprinter van. You said, yeah, Steve-O does that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, my feelings about you are genuine, so I mean, that's how I feel about you. I try, and I mean, there's a few people I'm impressed by, you know, like where I go, God, they're doing it good, you know, and it's for a number of different things. But you consistently impress me. And it's like I said, I didn't say this on the thing in there, but like it was really cool when CBS, we both did pieces for CBS. CBS came over to my house and they were like, yeah, there's like, this is great. And they're like, do you own all these cameras? Like, you know, can I tell you, I'm really, Jamie was saying this, he goes, I'm really impressed by Steve-O. I was like, yeah, and he's like a businessman, like he knows what the fuck he's doing. And I was like, oh yeah. I was like, oh, I could spend my whole interview talking about Steve-O if you want. I fucking love the guy.
I mean, I'm a businessman. I just don't know what my businesses are doing.
You don't need to be like, look, fucking Steve Jobs didn't know how to make an iPhone, but he had the idea, and then he was like, send it to Asia, they'll figure it out, whatever. Or he sent it to the room, and he was like, guys, this is what I want. You go like this, and it does that. And they're like, huh? You got to be like, I think when you're on our side of the stage, you got to have big ideas.
Right.
And you got to have the right team around you to help you execute those big ideas.
We spoke with Mark Cuban about this, about surrounding yourself with people who fill in your gaps.
Dude, I'll tell you, my number one on my list is my wife. My wife is she's so literal, so functional, and so smart. Like when we did Fully Loaded, she said, we're not making any money on this. We're putting all our money back into it. And I said, why? And she goes, it's only successful if we do the second one. Like, it's not successful if you do one. Yeah. It's only successful if you do 10. And if you want to do 10, you got to do 2. But if you want to do 2, you got to put your money back into 1. So that's why we got all the tour buses and had all the like extra treats for everyone. We had catering travel with us. We had a juice bar travel with us.
Wow.
Can I ask you, what was the mechanism for preventing people from poaching the show with their cell phones? Did you have a mechanism for that?
You can't stop that.
Yeah, because like I lose my mind over.
I wanted to call you about it because I know that was because we reached out to you to do it, obviously.
Right.
And I wanted you to do it. I wanted you to do it for 2 reasons. Because I know one of the I could be wrong, but I know one of the things that is important to you in your career is being taken seriously as a comic, as a comic. And I thought one of the great things about this tour was that you are sitting with inarguably 12 of the best fucking comics in the country,
right,
day in and day out, who would then get to see you performing as a comic, and I thought it'd be good for everything for you, and I thought it would be great. I just thought it'd be great, and then I was gonna call, but Leanne told me not to because I said, they go, Steve-O really wants to do it, but he's working on his new hour and he's worried about, people stealing it on their phones and putting it online. And I wanted to go, I told Leanne, so I'm gonna call him because look, I'm working on my new hour too.
Right.
Like, but that's just part of like doing business these days is that people are going to do that, and you just got to hope that that people don't search it out. And Leanne goes, "Don't call him." How would you feel if Steve asked you to do something and you said no, you gave a reason, and then he called you? And I go, you're right. But I wanted to call you so bad because I was like, I think it's the wrong decision. I want you to do it because I think it would be so good. I think, first of all, we did 8 shows over 10. We did almost 100,000 people in 2 weeks would have seen how fucking great you are, and all these comics would have seen how great you are, and I think it would have been great to watch your brain work with the way we were operating. We had a whole production van, shooting content, making content. There was so many opportunities for content. I kind of want to see how your brain worked with, like, we had Churchill's Downs to ourselves. We had these electric bikes that we were taking through the arenas. Like, I wanted to see your
bikes from Electric.
Well, we had one electric, and we had one from 75. Super 75, one Super 75. So that's what I wanted. But look, we're doing it next year. I'd love to have you come if you change your mind.
I think that it could, that there's a way for me to approach it that could work. And by the way, thank you for all those kind words. As it worked out this last time, like I did well because I had my own like theater run going, and it just was in a business sense, it just worked out way better for me the way that I did do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to take an approach that works like that. The thing about my comedy is that it's multimedia.
Yeah.
And like I don't know.
We had all those aspects up there. I literally, because Big J wanted he wanted the opportunity to do crowd work for us to have a camera and a big screen up top so he could play him who he was talking to, and so we had we would have totally accommodated you, and I right. Totally get it, but yeah, I mean, and that's why when I say things about you positive on Rogan, I mean all of it. I think you're a great dude.
Well, dude,
and you're really inspirational.
I appreciate that so much, man, and I feel the same way about you. I'm so so fucking impressed. Can we talk about the extent to which you are fucking killing it? Okay, like
I don't. Well, I'm off for 2 months, so I have panic that I'm not killing it at all. Like I'm just like, what am I doing with my life?
Okay, I mean, like I'm gonna guess that your 2 months off are by design because you've got so much press to do to promote your Machine movie coming out on Netflix.
No, we don't know where it's coming out yet.
Oh, it's not. I thought that was a Netflix thing.
No. We have a movie. I have another movie at Netflix, but that's just. We're hoping to release it in theaters, but we got this whole Ukrainian Russia thing going on.
Right? Did you?
Yeah, I've never been more interested in a war. I was like, can someone do something to make it stop so I can put my movie out? I know that sounds selfish, but like, it's like, what the fuck?
Right. Well, shit. So you've got your podcast, the Bert podcast. You've got your podcast, Two Bears, One Cave, which is like wildly bigger.
We did not. I don't think Segura and I. First of all, I don't think Segura and I ever thought. We definitely never thought we'd be doing arenas. I know for a fact. But when we started that podcast, we had really good, healthy careers, like doing theaters and so doing solid. I don't think we ever thought it would be where it is now, and I think we just got lucky with a couple clips that are really funny clips, like the Kool-Aid clip, the Jennifer Aniston clip, Isla shooting dice. Like there's like we just got lucky, and I think it's just. Just being consistent, and so the whole thing about a podcast, being consistent, doing it consistently, and just showing up and doing it. And some episodes are stinkers, and some are weird. Like we talked about being dads like a couple months ago, and we both ended up crying, and we did not see that coming. But I think we're up for the run and the fun of it, and we both make each other laugh. Hysterically. Like we both find each other absolutely hilarious, and so we got really lucky with that podcast.
Yeah.
Are you looking at the views and like fuck that didn't hit?
Nope.
You're just like
that's not by design. I'm just saying like the way we shoot them, I don't remember what episode's airing on what day, so I never know what's going to air. So like this week was we just got done Fully Loaded, and we did a podcast episode about that, We did a podcast about that, and I think we talked about charity, but it's like we gang shoot him because he's in Austin, so we'll shoot 4 at a time. So I don't, and they're in 2 days. And usually the way we do it is the first one's with coffee and the second one's with either weed or alcohol. And so I don't remember what I say. And so I don't remember anything. I mean, we had one where we put butt plugs on our ass, and I don't remember that. I don't remember recording it because we were just partying. We lit a joint, and we were just partying. And then Leanne's like, did y'all put butt plugs in your ass? And I was like, oh, did that come out today? So I don't look at the views. That kind of, that's more for the ad sales people to look at.
Yeah. Okay, so remember when I guest hosted 2 Bears in One Cave?
It's a huge episode.
Yeah, it was fucking the hardest that I've laughed while podcasting.
It was a huge episode, and I mean, I still to this day laugh. Can I please see your dick?
Right. Dude, so I had this crazy thing happen. I went to the gathering of the Juggalos.
Oh, wow.
Right, I hosted the main stage.
Put that in the bucket list.
Gathering of the Juggalos, the most incredible experience.
A lot of Fago.
I come out on stage and I'm doing like crazy tricks and stunts, whatever. All I'm hearing from the crowd, show us your butthole. Show us your butthole. And I'm like, at first I was confused, and then, that's where I went out, and then I mentioned something. They said, no, they love it. They love it. They really mean it. They want to see your butthole. I
love by the way, I'm never liked Insane Clown Posse fans more than right now.
Right. So my natural reaction to that is, well, I mean, if that's what they want and they care about that, like, who am I to deprive them of that? Mm-hmm. So my next time I go out on the stage, I spread my butt cheeks like and past the point of where it hurt.
And he gave them a heads up too, so they all pulled their phone out.
Oh yeah,
are you serious?
I had no issue with that. I had no problem with that. Like,
yeah.
This was for them. Now, and on top of that, there's like a whole, like the media in between the crowd and the stage.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, dude, full on. And the next day, Shaggy, who's one of the
I met him.
Yeah, he sends me a photo that was taken from the crowd. He goes, man, you weren't kidding about it. And this photo is the most shocking fucking thing.
You have it on you?
Dude, like, it's the most fucking shocking thing you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, he talked about it for a good, 2 minutes that he's going to show his butthole. So everybody's just ready to go. And here's the end result.
Okay, I'm going to, in my text, I'm going to search the word cavernous.
Really?
Because,
are you a gaper?
Because, okay.
You tell me.
Okay.
Whoa! Whoa!
Right, it's like, right, it's like a light. Is my face turning red?
What's going on down there?
Were you pushing? Or were you sucking in or something?
I showed my girl, and
is that just bad lighting?
She's like, you could fit the whole microphone in there. Like
that's an O-ring. That's like a fucking.
But it's not. But that's the thing, is that it's not fucking my butthole. Like
it's the lighting.
It's the lighting.
Can I tell you, I'm really impressed by their lighting on that stage.
Right.
I really like this. I think I use similar lighting in my stage shows. I'm not even joking.
See how happy Scott is.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. So.
Was that photo online?
It's got to be online. Are you kidding me? Who takes that picture and doesn't post it?
Right.
That person posted that photo. That's not because do you think they're like, this one's for me?
It's like the top of the SEO.
It's the stuff of legends. Now, did you hear the story about how Scott Randolph types in JohnnyKnoxville.com and finds it to be available for purchase?
No.
And I fucking bought it.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna type in JohnnyKnoxville.com. All right, it should just pop right up, and JohnnyKnoxville.com. It's got an age gate. The first thing you see is are you 18? And man, how do you not have a good cell phone signal at your own house?
It's the tree. We have great Wi-Fi.
Okay, are you over 18? Yes. And we made it a particularly small. Okay, you know that I'm gonna show you what loads up, dude, because I have it nice and handy.
Oh, that's fucking great. That's fucking awesome. Is that your butthole?
Yeah. So
but it looks like his because it's the same shirt.
yeah. And I mean, I'm very proud of that.
That's what I love about the Jackass energy. I'm curious. I was so curious. I don't want to know the answer. I think, but like, I was so curious if like when you guys first started doing it, if there were like teams, like the Philadelphia team and the whatchamacallit team.
There was, absolutely.
And there was a little bit of, because I remember like it seemed like now when I watched the first one, you could see a little tension between certain people. Like when I'm so bad at names and I love these guys so much, but Danger Aaron, and Bam almost got in a fist fight one time.
Yep.
And they had to break it up, and they're like,
did get into a fist fight on the third movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so maybe that's the one I saw. And so I was like,
I think that was the same day Bam broke my nose too.
Really? And so I was wondering, were there squads? And then I was like, I wonder if there were squads when everyone came in for the new guys, if it was a weirdness, or if it was like, you guys have been there so long, you're like, this is the deal.
The weirdness was when Knoxville and Tremaine announced to the OG cast that they wanted to bring in new blood that was younger people, and like,
really?
Like none of us were stoked on that idea. We were
I can imagine.
What?
I can imagine you wouldn't be.
And as it played out, like we resisted it. We pushed back, and they just weren't having it. They said, no, this is how it's going to be. So that's how it was. And day one on the set with the new guys, like, they just were so stoked to be there. They were just like we fell in love with them right away. So it all kind of dissipated. It was fine. Now, speaking of the new guys, and this is something that was pretty crazy. You mentioned I had Poopies on my podcast.
I did Poopy's podcast. Poopy's is a real.
Like, you did Poopy's podcast.
You know, I listened to you talk about Poopies, and I knew Poopies from Jamie O'Brien.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I was a fan. I am a fan of Jamie O'Brien's, and Poopies would be on his podcast. I knew Poopies. I knew part of Poopies. And then I saw him on Jackass, and I felt like I got to know more of him. Then I saw him on maybe you were on his podcast. And
no, I just did his, and it's not out yet. So
okay,
you're saying
I
saw
saw him on yours, and I was like, oh, Poopies is an interesting person. And then when I did Poopy's podcast, I could not stop fucking laughing. He is an authentic. I told him he should get a MacArthur grant. You know, they give MacArthur grants to like a lot of professional clowns will get a MacArthur grant.
Right.
There's not a lot of money in being a clown, but if you're a really good clown, like the guy from Sesame Street was
Bill Irwin, best clown ever. I'm so glad you know that.
Yeah, best clown. I think he had a MacArthur grant.
There's actually a Cirque du Soleil clown who's better than Bill Irwin, but
what's a MacArthur grant?
They give you like $150 a year to just keep pursuing what you want to pursue.
$150?
Yeah, $150,000.
Oh.
And they just go, hey, just keep doing you. You're so special. We don't want to break you. We don't want the world to break you, because what we think is your art form maybe isn't it's
underappreciated.
It's underappreciated. So we want to make sure that you can continue thriving and making and doing you. And Poopies is 100% that human being.
Right. When I started my podcast with Poopies, like one of the first thing that just falls out of my fucking mouth, I'm like, so you're really dumb. It's like the first thing I said, and there was a lot of kind of criticism in the comments and stuff. People were like, man, that really rubbed me the wrong way, Steve. You know, like, fuck you, Steve, up for saying that.
Yeah.
And I deserved that criticism.
Yeah.
I deserved that backlash. It was just a thoughtless and shitty way to start the conversation with Poopies.
He's not dumb. He's just Poopies does the world. He's like I mean this respectfully. He's like Theo Von. Theo Von sees the world in his own unique way. And there are people, I know Theo very well, and we work together on a number of shows. There are people that write off Theo to maybe not being in maybe not now, but back then they write off Theo for not being in the moment or not listening or not paying attention. But man, when he spoke, it made the people listening laugh hysterically.
Theo's so quick, so fucking...
He's quick, but man, you know, Theo says things. I'm saying this real. I think a lot of people think, you know, Theo spends a lot of time writing. Sometimes he just says things
for sure
that come out hysterical. And it's the way his brain actually operates. You can't change that. You can't buy that. He's just being an authentic artist, like an authentic
Absolutely.
artist. And Poopy has that authenticity of, like, he was telling me a story about setting off bottle rockets in his ass, and he goes, "Do you want to know how I came up with that idea?" And I couldn't stop laughing because I was like, I think I got it, but like I'm pretty sure I can ballpark it, but sure, tell me how you came up with that idea, Poops. But I had so much fun with him.
Yeah,
I love that guy, man. I love
him too, and I shouldn't even try to defend myself for just coming out of the gate saying, "So you're dumb." But he's dumb.
I don't think he's.
Like that's his lovability. You know, like he's so lovably innocent and naive.
He's like, very. You know, there is a naivete to him.
I'm saying that. I'm saying that he is dumb, and I'm saying that as not an insult, if that's possible.
Yeah. Well, I think I can get written in that same stroke of the brush where everyone goes, Bert's not a very introspective person. He's not a very thoughtful person in like his actions or his behaviors or his words. I say fucked up shit and I don't think things through. But yeah, Poopy's he said something that my assistant is 25 and we were having dinner that night and we're having a drink and he starts giggling and I go, "What?" And he goes, I said to Poopy's in the thing, I said, "How old were you? Do you remember beer runs?" And he goes, "Yeah, oh, fuck yeah, I remember beer runs." He goes, "As a matter of fact, I might say I quit doing them a little too late in life." And we're like, "How old were you for your latest beer run?" He goes, 27. And we're like, 27? my assistant's at dinner and he starts giggling. I go, "What?" And he goes, "I'm 25. Like, I would never do a beer run. Poopy's is doing beer runs 2 years after this day for me."
Yeah, how old is Poopy's?
He's 33, 34.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with Steve on the bus.
Yeah.
Poopy's was sitting over there, and I was like, "Hey, yo, dude," and Poopy's wasn't even looking, and I was talking to Steve, and he thought that I was talking to him. So every question that I asked Steve, you just hear Poopy's going, "Yeah, kinda." He's like, "Oh, no way."
Oh, I fucking love this guy.
Oh, no way.
You can't create him, and you can't try to be him.
Right.
Like, you can't try to be him.
And
you just are him.
I'm like, "Poop, I'm talking to Steve." He's like, "Oh, hell yeah." And then I keep talking. I'm like, "Dude, I changed my number. I hit him up like 2 days ago, and he didn't know like who it was." And I was like, "Hey, Poops, are you available to film on the 26th in San Diego?" He's like, "Oh, hell yeah, dude. Who is this?"
Dude, that's an authentic person.
Yeah.
There's no bullshit, and there's no pre-thought outness of it, you know?
Yeah.
Which is so original in this business, is someone who's not pre-thinking out. Like, right. I remember Whitney Cummings told me a story. I won't say names, but it was another comic. Whitney Cummings got her tit leaked. Like, some guy had a picture of her tit that she had accidentally exposed on Instagram, and there was more stuff, and she was afraid he was going to leak it to the internet. So she got in front of it, and she posted the picture of her tit. She goes, "Listen, someone's threatening that he's going to post this. I'm not going to let him do that. I have the own power. This is my tit. I posted it on Instagram." And then that day I posted...
All right, she posted a tit on Instagram?
No, she did it on Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter.
And so I then posted a picture of my balls where I had kind of ruptured a testicle. And at no point did I see that as like... And a comic called her and he's like, "That was fucking brilliant. Is it real?" And she was like, "Is it real?" And he was like, "Yeah, like, what are you trying to sell?" And she was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And she told me about that and I went, "That's crazy." Like, so many people wondered, like, was Joe Coy and Chelsea Handler like a real relationship, or are they trying to sell tickets? Because that's so much of this business. Now, obviously, it was a real relationship. It lasted for a year, but like, so many people's brains work that way, and Poopy's does not. Mm-mm. And it's so refreshing in this fucking business of like, where even me and you can get caught up in the thought. If you think, because you can find some workarounds for things.
Yeah,
you know, like fucking. you know, I remember going in for surgery for my elbow, and I had to sell tickets at Red Rocks, and I went, well, I'm going to make this work for me, and I fucking filmed my promo going into surgery, going under, and like there are some guys that, and a lot of us that will try to think things through. That is not Poopy's. By the way, that is such a fucking hilarious Poopy story that you're having a conversation with Steve, and he's in the front going, yeah.
He's like, oh, hell yeah, dude. He's like, sick. No way. Like, he had like 4 things that like he would just say.
Oh, what a fucking great dude.
Dude blocks off an entire day to shoot and then says, oh, dude, I got a new number. Who's this?
Dude.
Or no, you got the number.
You know, that was a whole other story, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Dude, it's crazy. You rave about your management.
Yeah, I do.
Constantly.
Yeah, I love them. I love my whole team. I look at this business differently now. So this is the way, and I mean, like, you borrow from other people. So I'll tell you everything that happens. I'm going for a hike in Fryman Canyon. Segura calls me. Ali Wong just fired 3 arts. And I went, why the fuck was she...
3 arts of publicity?
No. There's Dave Becky and some other guy. But they're really big. They're one of the top 5 biggest management companies. They have everyone. Attell, Louis. They had Louis. They have Burr. They have everyone. So I go, why did she fire 3 arts? And he goes, she said she doesn't need a manager. And I went, what? He was like, I think the business is changing. I think she's just going to do her own projects. Now, Ali doesn't have a podcast, but I'm like, okay. So then Segura fires 3 arts. And I go, why the fuck are you doing that? And he was like, I don't know, man. The advice I was getting from him wasn't the direction I wanted to go in. Mm-hmm. Like, I wanted to do my own things. I go to your house, and you're doing your whole thing by yourself. You're running, and you have a great team around you. And I started thinking, like, okay, so what do I want? Now, I'm in a unique situation in that my manager, Judy, is I hope this doesn't sound too flowery, but is somewhat of a visionary in the way she sees her clients' careers. And she never stops thinking about her clients. She has, I think, like 4 clients, me, Whitney, Sebastian, and Taylor Tomlinson. And she only thinks about business for us. That's all she thinks. You'll get texts in the middle of the night. I have an idea. I mean, long time ago, she said, you need a portion of your beer sales. And I was like, fuck yeah, I do. And she was like, that should be one of our focuses. Well, for Fully Loaded, I got a portion of the beer sales. And suffice to say, in a festival that I did not plan on making any money, I made a fair amount of money because we sold a cunt load of beer.
Yeah.
And so, but that's the way her brain works. And so I would never get rid of Judy because I need her brain. When I created the drive-in movie theater tour, I came up with the idea, called my agent manager, Nick Nusforo, Heidi Feingen, and Judy, my manager, and I said, I want to do drive-in movie theaters. And they're like, candidly, it's not a thing. Now, listen, if they were the people that just didn't follow through with it, I'd be gone in a second. But that team was like, fuck it, let's see if we can figure it out. They got an EDM company who does electronic dance things. They talked to them. We got on the phone with them. We talked to them, and they're like, we got it. Let's get you 12 dates. Secret time, I backed out of it because I was like, I don't want to, everyone, Rogan, Segura, everyone was like, you don't want to be the guinea pig who tries something new and then fails horribly and loses fans. Like, if it's a bad show, you might lose fans. My manager and my agent called me and they were like, hey, we know your brain. And it's not Allie's brain, it's not Tom's brain, it's my brain, it's a little bit of your brain. They're like, if you go out and start to try to do something, you will find a way to make that succeed. You will come up with content that will get enough views that will deficit fund 3 failed dates. Why don't you do 3 dates? If you like them, then we'll do more. But if you don't like him, then you walk away from him. But you came up with this idea, and you should follow through with your idea. Mm-hmm. So I did it. Off the advice of, I got cold feet hard as fuck, and I did it. And the very first one was in a rock quarry in North Carolina, and I was like, I'm done. I'm in. Lineup, we did 70 more cities. I was like, I had a blast. Through the whole pandemic, I won an award for it. I won 2 awards for it. Like, it was a big game changer, and it gave me the ability to do Fully Loaded. And when I came up with Fully Loaded, big ideas, big swings, and then took it my managers and agents, and they're like, let's do it. And then they set it up, and I got cold feet again. I got cold feet so much, hardcore secret time. I was supposed to do it a year ago, and I backed out of it because I was like, I don't want to do it. I felt like there was too much ego involved, and I felt like I was pretending to be someone I wasn't. And I was like, and what if it fails? And I don't want to fail. Like, I was nervous, so I didn't do it last year. And then this year, they're like, you're doing it this year. You're doing it this year. And they're like, it's your idea. You came up with this idea. It's a great idea, and you will make this work. And so it's funny, but once I think we're all the same type of person. But once the ball starts moving, I start operating also. Once the bus is going,
sure.
I start doing things also. So in Fully Loaded, where I got cold feet about certain things, I just figured out different workarounds. So I was like, first thing is, I was like, I wanted to make sure the comics had fun. So I think each person got like a $3,000 gift basket of like treats that we either got from sponsors or purchased ourselves to make sure that when the comics got there, they really had it. And so then that made me a little less concerned about taking care of the comics. One of my big concerns is I want to make sure that everyone has a good time. So taking care of everyone. But but it's like the right team. And so now what my business move now is those people you see in there, that is one arm of my business. It's kind of the way you do it. That's one arm of my business. And then I have, and that includes podcasting, all my content, all my promos, Something's Burning, and that is Birdie Boy Productions. And then I have Bert Inc., which is my stand-up, and that is my manager, my agent. And I will tell you right now, if anyone gets an opportunity to sign with either Judy or Nick or Heidi, fucking do it tomorrow. They are the most brilliant people in this business. Levity. Yeah, Levity. Yep. Judy Brown, Levity, I should say the name.
And candidly, I know this, and I'm close to this because my agent, Adam Genevizian, is no longer an agent and has now
transitioned over to Levity.
He's
a bad bitch too.
Yeah,
he's a bad bitch.
He is. Yeah, I like that guy a lot.
Yeah. He's my dude.
Looks like he'd be selling you cocaine in the 80s in a movie, right?
Adam's the best.
Looks like that. He's got that vibe. He looks like the guy in, you know who he kind of looks like? The guy in Blow who backstabs Johnny Depp.
Diego?
Yeah, Diego.
He looks like Diego on the island.
I give you everything.
Yeah, he's got those really blue eyes.
Yeah.
Dude,
sure.
He's my guy. And I fucking love him, and he just raves and raves about Judy, as do you, and
you guys' rosters.
Judy thinks about, and I know this is really inside baseball. Judy thinks about this business nonstop. I remember I had a moment with her that was like really telling. We had a guy we worked with, and he said something innocuous. Maybe this is horrible for me to say. He said something like, "Yeah, I can't really talk right now. I'm hanging out with my family." And Judy and I were like, "Huh?" We're talking about business. Like, what the fuck? Put your family on the side. This is business. And Judy and I had this conversation where we were like venting to each other.
By the way, Scott and I both are like, hallelujah.
Yeah.
We're like,
Judy goes, and when we were like going back and forth, like we found a band we loved, but the thing we loved was working and business.
Right.
And like, she was like, I never stopped. I never stop working. I don't. One point of my day do I stop working and going and go. Yeah,
Ever.
never.
Yeah,
I wake up thinking about jokes. I wake up thinking about promos. I wake up thinking about podcast questions I can ask the girl when I do the next two bears. Let me text Rogan. I'm working every fucking second, and that is Judy. Judy went to a Kenny Chesney concert the other day.
Sorry for interrupting you. Have you ever once in your life had an automatic reply set for your email to let people know that you were out of the office or
Bro, I answered an email.
Who doesn't check their fucking email? I'm in Hawaii. Great, check it from the beach.
I'm on vacation. Like, dude, I went on a vacation recently. Fucking worst experience ever. I'm like, dude, we're deliberately accomplishing nothing. Is that really what this is? Like, fuck, relaxing stresses me out.
Relaxing, I don't get it. And what's crazy is that is who I was as a kid. Like I was like, don't bother me. I'm on vacation. I was like that guy.
Really?
And then something switched. I think it was when I got the opportunity to make money. I think when I started like kind of succeeding in stand up, or at least I felt like the second I felt like I could affect my career, I then became singularly obsessed with it. Like the second I realized,
I think I relate to that 100%.
because I think we're probably both in the same situation where maybe you not as much as me, but like when I worked at Travel Channel, it was a corporate job and I couldn't really affect change for it. I couldn't get people to watch the show as much as I promoted it. No one really tuned in. It wasn't that good and I couldn't make it better because I couldn't edit it. And it was a branded show of family friendly and it wasn't my voice and I couldn't make it my voice. And it was good money. But then when I got let go from Travel Channel and I remember that period of time where I started doing, we were talking about those posters in my thing.
Yeah.
That was around that time, whatever it is, 2017 or whatever, when I started taking control of my business and coming up with ideas to better my business. And then the second it worked, I was like, oh, I'll just do this. I mean, I remember being in my front yard when I came up with these my flip-flops. Like I had my own flip-flop. And so I remember being in the front yard. And it was around that time, and I was getting some traction online, and I started having fans, and I had a pair of these flip flops I loved. They stopped making them, and I went, I'm going to do my own flip flop. I'm going to reach out to that company and see if they'll do a deal with me, and see if and we were going to San Diego for a vacation with my family, my parents, and I was like, yeah, I can't go with you guys to SeaWorld. I have a meeting. And they're like, you're going to SeaWorld or whatever. Maybe it wasn't SeaWorld, and they were like, you're going to whatever, and I was like, no, I have a meeting. I'm trying to start a flip-flop company. And my dad's like, what the fuck? And I go, yeah, I got this meeting with this guy. And we went to lunch with this guy and talked about it. And now, 3-4 years later, I've sold a dickload of flip-flops. I have slides, which are even better than the flip-flops. But it was also that thing where I go, I love these flip-flops. I knew that if I put people's foot in this flip-flop, they're going to love this flip-flop too.
Yeah.
And so, but I never shut it off. I mean, I go to Steely Dan. You know what I do with Steely Dan? Oh, this is my favorite thing in the fucking world.
Wait until you're at the Steely Dan concert.
I find out Steely Dan is coming to the Hollywood at the Bowl. And immediately I go, let's play a game. Let's pretend this is Bert Kreischer and I'm a Bert Kreischer fan. I want to see how I operate, how I function, the things I do, and how I could better relate to my fans in ways that would be helpful for their experience coming seeing me. The number one thing I did, which is crazy, is I bought 10 tickets immediately. And I went, pre-sale's a real thing. I need to really focus on pre-sale because I want good seats. I wanted the box seats. And so I am a fan of Steely Dan. When they come to town, and they didn't promote very well, but when they come to town, they've got my money. They're going to have a big chunk. I'll give them $2,000 because I want to make sure my friends go. I buy all the tickets. That's my favorite part of a pre-sale is I buy all my tickets, and then I text who I want to go to the show with me because I'm like, oh, I get to pick. This is my night. I bought all these tickets. So I text Tom and Sandy, our best friends, Judy and her husband, Steve, my trainer, Lacey, and her best friend, who happens to be one of the top chefs in the country because it's the Hollywood Bowl, so you can bring your own food in. So we tell her, you don't have to pay for your ticket, but you need to cater it. We need you guys to bring the wine. We need you. So we organize it. And then I started going, this is really fun. Okay. I started thinking, all right, let's think about merch. What merch do I hope they have as a fan, right? And as someone, also as an artist, to what merch do I need? And the first thing I thought was, I hope they're selling sweatshirts because the Hollywood Bowl gets cold. But I don't want to bring a sweatshirt. I want to buy a sweatshirt, but I want to put it on there. And so I was like, fuck. And then I started like having fun. And Leanne goes, if they sold Steely Dan butt plugs, would you buy one? And I went, fuck yeah. I go, you want to sell butt plugs at our next season? She goes, we should sell butt plugs. Birdie Boy butt plugs. And just people would buy them just as a lark. It's like, and then I started going like, it was the funnest experience I've ever had. And I do that all the time. And Judy and I talked about it. She goes, I'm going to Kenny Chesney. I'm going to see how they do their show. I'm going to think about it as a fan first, flip it around. And it was the funnest because you start going like, oh, I'm giving this experience to people. They're paying for it, but I'm offering this experience. I should be operating at my highest level. And if I'm not going to live shows to experience it from the other side of the stage and see what's good and see what's bad, and like Steely Dan was really hard it was really easy to find their merch right when you walked in. And I was like, boom, that's brilliant. You know, sometimes merch in Red Rocks is up in the top. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
No one goes
Right.
up there. But so I don't know what we were talking about, but I don't ever shut down when I think about business.
Yeah.
We should sell Steve-O Coke straws, dude.
Dude,
Dude,
there's so much merch you could sell.
You know, I sell dick pics at my shows.
You
I
sell
sell
your...
pictures of my dick.
Yep.
I like that. I like
and I
that.
sign them. Autographed dick pics.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Remember when you were a little kid? How there were those fucking pens, right side up. It's like the chick with the bikini.
Uh-huh.
Turn it upside down, the
Oh.
bikini goes away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sell dick pens. I got shorts. You turn it upside down. There's my dick.
Sky's the limit with merch because as a fan, I love wearing, like, I'm wearing Two Bears merch right now.
Yeah.
Tommy's a real game
That's
changer.
bad. That's a Pornhub
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
I'm wearing Two Bears merch right now, but Tommy's really a game changer with merch. And then Tommy really is a game changer with a lot of things. He's a very inspirational dude, the way he thinks about the business. And you know, sometimes you're so close to something you can't see it. And I've been so close to Tommy, I never really registered like, oh yeah, I got to do that shit too. But like merch is like, I love rocking merch of something I'm a fan of.
For sure.
Like it's so much fun.
For sure.
Because it's like you go through the grocery store and someone's like, Steely Dan, you see him at the bowl? And you're like, I did. And they're like, oh, it was a great show. Like, fuck yeah. Played too many originals, but yeah, whatever. He played too much of the news. Did you go to the show?
I didn't go to the show. Paul went to the show. I really wanted to see him. I like Steely Dan.
He was great. It was great.
You know, Scott does all my merch. He's
Yeah.
the brainchild of all of my operation.
Can we send you some hot sauce to your place?
We had a case delivered.
Okay, great,
Last
yeah.
time, yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you anything you guys want.
What was the one?
Butthole Destroyer is the new one if you want really fucking hot sauce.
And if you go to Amazon and type in the word butthole, our hot sauce shows up.
Really?
we basically have the corner on the word butthole, thank God, because if people type in Steve-O's butthole, they're not going to see that picture.
Way to get in front of that one.
Quick, come out with the product. Come out with the product.
Bert Kreischer's racist hot sauce. And you're like, oh, so he's not racist, I guess.
Oh my God, dude, that's so fucking fantastic.
No, I'm obsessed with comedy. Like, I'm obsessed with it. I could do this right now all fucking day long.
Yeah.
I mean, legit. Podcasting is so much fun to me that I don't consider it a job, and I'm shocked that we can't even make money at it. And then
Right.
stand up, I'm so blown away. Like, I do Wednesday nights at the store. I do I'll do the hack trick, and the other night someone gave me money at the end of the show. Was just say, I'm just so that I'm not calling anyone out. Let's just say arguably it's $1,000 to do a spot on the main room, Sam Tripoli, and my wife was there with her friends. And
Well, you're saying Sam Tripoli hosted the night? It was...
hosted the night, and then I just did a spot, and then if you're a bigger name, the guys will give you a little extra more at the door to help them sell tickets, but they got to use your name to promote. I'm totally cool with that. And then they always kick you back good money, and it's cash. I never have cash on me, but I was buzzed, and I had just done 3 shows. I was buzzed and I was high, and I had a great time on stage. And I don't normally perform hammered, but I did, and it was fun as fuck. And I walked through the bar, and I gave the bar staff $500. I gave the doorman $100. The other doorman, 100 guy in the thing, $100. Leanne's like, and then I got in the car, and Leanne goes, "Did you just give away, arguably, we'll say $1,000?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Why?" And I said, "Because I do that for free." She goes, "Yeah, but you didn't. You should keep the money." I said, "Yeah, but it feels cheap. Like, I don't need $1,000. It doesn't change my life. But like $100 for the average person, that helps them. Oh, you just covered my bills for the month."
Yeah.
And I think, and Rogan taught us that. Like, he was like, I remember I got the $1,000 that you got, and I put it in my pocket. And he goes, "What are you doing?" He goes, "You don't need that. Tip everyone out." And I was like, "Really?" And he's like, "You make good money on pot. You got a lot of good things going for you. Tip everyone out." And so,
I feel the same way.
yeah. And so, but I do it for free. I do all this for free.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I've got something that I'm fucking dying to. I'm trying to find an hour of your time and show you a recording of my current hour.
I'm dying to see it. I saw
It's
I saw the intro. It's pretty fucking impressive.
It's fucking explosive, dude. I'm touring with an explosive show, and I'll have you know that I'm about to schedule the final shows for this tour, and then what comes next is Steve-O's Gone Too Far tour.
I love it.
I'm inspired by you, dude. Like,
thank you.
I'm inspired by you. I remember when we did the first podcast in this same van. It was like you said, beta testing the van, and I was talking about. You were telling us the joys of having a tour bus. And,
Oh my God.
And I was saying, like, yeah, like theater. Like, I think I didn't know that the Wilbur had an upper deck because it was never open for me. And dude, like, I've come so fucking far.
You have, man. You're the Malcolm Gladwell of the 10,000 hours. If you put the work in, you get good.
Yeah.
And you just have done that. You just did that, and you did it at times when people didn't want you to do it, and people gave you shit about doing it, and you just have. And I'm telling you, man, as like a fan, and I'll always be a fan first. You know, for everything I am, but like as a fan, you made me laugh so hard for so many years that it's so great to see you thriving. It really is.
Thank you, man. It means the world to me, and I fucking grinded in the comedy clubs for 11 years. Nobody knows. Yeah. I was just quietly grinding.
Yeah, like, and sometimes catching shit from people.
For sure. And I just didn't. I never fucking gave up. I just found my own voice. Graduated to theaters. Now I can tell people about the joys of having a tour bus, even though it's a piece of shit RV. and dude, I look at you in fucking arenas, and I'm like, I just feel like I'm just marching, and I'm fucking just determined.
Put it in the universe, man. I'm telling you, put it in the universe, and just like, I mean, this is the way I look at it. But like, always be mindful of your set, and hope it's a little better today than it was yesterday.
For sure.
And then if that's just little increments. I remember my little increments were like ways to comfort me about this business. I remember the first time I sold out comedy clubs, and then I put out like my special, and
that was the Showtime one?
Showtime one. No, it was that came after. But first time I sold out comedy clubs, I remember saying to Tommy, I was like, if I could sell just like 10% more tickets next year, that would make me feel like I did a lot. And he was like, Bert, that's 10%. It's a lot of money. That would be a lot of money. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, that's a good way to think about it. And then I did. And then I remember he was like, you should think like, what if I can just increase my ticket price and have the same people? So I was $20 tickets. What if I could go to $35 tickets? Then I could do the same work for the same people, really grow with the people that trust me and that I trust in these comedy clubs, and just make a little bit more money. Not a ton, just a little bit more money. And I remember doing that. I remember getting shit from some people, but I've always looked at it just like little incremental steps make a big difference. And then if you Rob Dyrdek, like I said, I'm fascinated by Rob Dyrdek, but he quantifies the things that make him happy. I quantify the things that I hear other comics say they like about me. They're like, dude, I love your promos. All right, cool. I'm not getting shit about them. I'm going to double down. I love your podcast. I love Two Bears. People said to me for a long time, I love Something's Burning. Whatever happened with it? It was just complicated, and I was like, well, let me see if I can take the steps to do it again, so I can make stuff that people like. And I think, and like I said, I really see so much common ground in the way we see the world and the way we operate and the way we run our businesses, be it me kind of stealing from you and seeing the way you operate. But I really think those baby steps, you're going to be in fucking arenas in no time.
I'm on the march, dude. I'm on the march, and when this hour that I'm dying to show you comes out as a special, no matter how it comes out as a special, fuck, it's good. It's so fucking good. And then theme of my Gone Too Far tour, the theme of the show is me actually confronting middle age, like actually fucking delving into how somebody who identifies as adolescent professionally and in every sense of the word, who uses his body as his instrument, and now I'm fucking forced to deal with the deterioration of my instrument. I'm forced to deal with becoming fucking old when my identity is to be young, and like how fucking, and like and the deep fucking challenging fucking thing that's gonna be so difficult is this bit that I worked on long time ago, and it never really worked. The premise was I just come out and say I have a theory. I'm pretty sure God hates us, because like really, our fucking existence is a goddamn prank on us. Like fucking because we have one instinct, which is to survive, but one guarantee: which is we won't. So what the fuck is going on here? The one fucking thing that we don't fucking want to have happen is all that we can be sure is going to happen.
That gives me so much panic, by the way.
Right.
You will certainly die.
Your rope strap is going off.
And as we fucking barrel towards this inevitable demise, which we fucking want to have no part in more than anything else, we wilt. Our fucking body, we wilt.
You're giving me a panic attack.
Okay? And to put it into perspective, why I feel God hates us. He singled out human beings. A fucking banana is blissfully unaware that it's bruising. Okay, we're like the banana that can see in the mirror, I'm fucking bruising. We're like the carton of milk that is aware of its expiration date and knows that it's a washed up fucking hazard.
Oh my God, you're making me not want to drink now. I'm supposed to be drinking in 10 minutes.
You're gonna jump off a cliff right now.
And so
Steve-O's gone too far.
I'm trying to, the purpose of our human existence, which is a ridiculous prank on us, is to wrap our heads around our mortality, right? For whatever that's worth.
Sell me that pill.
Yeah, and I am having candidly, I don't have all the answers. I looked in the mirror and I saw that I've actually developed dimples I have under boob, actually fucking developing man boobs.
I remember that day.
Yeah, I have, and dude,
I was having sex with my wife and I was playing with my own tit. And I was like, wait, whoa, what's going on?
Dude, God fucking decided that I fucking had to have fucking man boobs, and I'm fucking lashing out, dude. You want to tell me God I gotta have tits?
Or, you just overate a little bit.
I mean, whatever, dude. And I genuinely believe that to tackle this subject matter, to fucking, every huge over-the-top going too far stunt will be motivated. It's going to be thematic, and I think it's going to be fucking genius. I think it's going to be my masterpiece.
I can't wait to see it.
And I think it needs to be in arenas.
I think that's a brilliant idea. All right, I'm going to go have a drink now, guys. You spun me into a panic attack. That was my panic attack this morning. Hey, I love you, brother.
Dude, I love you, too. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. That was fucking great.
There you have it, folks. Bert Kreischer. What a bro. And what can I tell you guys? We're in Texas, and I have come down with a serious case of beaver fever. Anybody who's paying close attention to my main channel YouTube videos is going to see a whole lot of beef in my next video. And yeah, dude, it's been rad. Got the bros. This is Leo. That's Scott Randolph. And show me you, Jeremy. Jeremy is the new star of our team. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, I love you, street team. Thanks so much, everyone.